My name is Elena. I never imagined I would find myself telling this story. A story that some might judge, and others might find heartbreaking. Yet, I believe in honesty, and this is my truth. I was the other woman. It wasn't something I planned for, nor something I'm proud of, but it happened. And this is how my journey unfolded. It all began on a crisp autumn morning, the kind where the air feels fresh, and the leaves crunch beneath your feet. I had just started a new job at a marketing firm, nervous, but excited for a fresh beginning. As I stepped into the office, my heart filled with hope. That was the day I met Adrian. Adrian was everything I admired in a man: confident, kind, and effortlessly charismatic. He had a way of making people feel truly seen, a rare quality in today's fast-paced world. During our first team meeting, he noticed my nervousness and offered me a reassuring smile. That simple gesture made me feel at ease. Over the weeks, we started talking more. Our conversations went beyond work. We shared our dreams, our passions. He told me about his love for photography and how he spent his weekends capturing the beauty of nature. I shared my passion for writing and my dream of publishing a novel one day. Slowly but surely, a connection began to form. One evening, after a particularly long day, Adrian and I decided to grab a coffee. It felt innocent enough, just two colleagues unwinding after a stressful day. But as we sat in that cozy cafe, laughing and sharing stories, I felt something shift. For the first time in years, I felt truly understood. As the weeks turned into months, our bond grew stronger. Adrian became my confidant, someone I could rely on. But there was something he hadn't told me. One rainy evening, as we shared an umbrella on our way to the subway, he finally revealed the truth: he was married. I froze. The world seemed to stop spinning. Married? How could someone who made me feel so special, so valued, belong to someone else? My instinct was to walk away, but my heart wouldn't let me. By then, I was already in too deep. Adrian explained that his marriage was far from perfect. He and his wife, Sarah, had grown distant over the years. He stayed for the sake of their two young children and to maintain appearances. "Elena," he said, looking into my eyes, "you're the first person in years who makes me feel alive." I wanted to believe him. Maybe I needed to believe him. I convinced myself that what we had was different, special. I told myself that I wasn't breaking up a happy home because it wasn't happy to begin with. But deep down, I knew the truth was far more complicated. Being with Adrian was a roller coaster of emotions. On one hand, he made me feel cherished and adored. He would surprise me with handwritten notes, text me throughout the day, and remember the smallest details about me. Those moments felt like pure magic. But the lows were just as intense. There were birthdays and holidays spent alone, knowing he was with his family. There were nights when I cried myself to sleep, wondering if I would ever be more than just a secret. I lived for stolen moments and half-promises, all while ignoring the growing void in my heart. One day, everything changed. I was walking through a local park when I saw Adrian with his wife and children. They were laughing, playing together, appearing every bit the perfect family. My heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. That was the moment reality hit me. I was an outsider in his life. No matter how much he claimed to love me, I would always come second. I started to question everything. Was I holding on to a fantasy? Was I sacrificing my own happiness for fleeting moments of joy? The more I thought about it, the clearer it became. I was losing myself in a relationship that could never truly fulfill me. I struggled with my decision for weeks. The love I felt for Adrian was real, but so was the pain of knowing I could never have him fully. There were countless moments when I almost called him, almost convinced myself to stay. But every time I saw my reflection in the mirror, I saw a woman who deserved more. One evening, I found myself standing outside Adrian's office, clutching a letter in my hands. I had written it 12 times, each version more painful than the last. Finally, with trembling hands and a heavy heart, I slipped it under his door. "Adrian, I have loved you in ways I can't even put into words, but love isn't enough when it comes with so much pain. I cannot continue to exist in the shadows of your life. I deserve to be chosen, not hidden." I hope you find clarity in your life, just as I have found mine. Goodbye. Walking away from him was the hardest thing I had ever done, but with every step, I felt lighter. It hurt, more than I could have ever imagined, but in the end, I found something even more important than love. I found myself. In the months that followed, I poured my emotions into my writing, channeling my pain into words that resonated with others. I traveled, explored places I had only dreamed of, and met people who taught me the true meaning of love and self-worth. I realized that love should never come at the cost of one's self-respect. And so, while Adrian remained a bittersweet chapter in my life, my story was far from over. I was finally ready to write my own ending, one filled with hope, strength, and the kind of love that didn't need to be hidden.